Assalamualaikum. So somehow we will overlook the previous topic, political process from 1988 to 2008. Today we will study this political process in details. So first, Benazir Bhutto's tenure from 1988 to 1990. In 1988, we all know that General Ziaul Haq was died in a plane air crash, and now Benazir Bhutto became the first female prime minister of Pakistan in 1988. Ghulam Isa Khan became the president, persuading Zia. So Ziaul Haq was died in a plane air crash in 1988. So a SAC conference was held. The foreign policy. Benazir Bhutto basically focused on the formulating foreign policy specifically with America. She wanted to build better relations with America. And then facing problems in the government, Benazir Bhutto, the relationship between Benazir Bhutto and Ghulam Isa Khan were not this much pleasant. So ultimately, both of them wanted to get the most of the powers, and because of this like contraction between the Ghulam Isa Khan and Benazir Bhutto, Ghulam Isa Khan decided to dissolve the assemblies in 1990, and he appointed the caretaker prime minister and decided that he will announce the next elections. Next elections were held, and Nawaz Sharif was elected as the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Ghulam Isa Khan was the President of Pakistan. Same. In this era, Nawaz Sharif decided that Kashmir 5th Feb will be observed as the Kashmir Solidarity Day. Neither the relationship between Nawaz Sharif and Ghulam Isa Khan were pleasant at all. So on August 6th, President Ghulam Isa Khan again dissolved the National Assemblies and dismissed the uh, like uh, uh, August 6th, 1990, basically President Ghulam Hassan dissolved the National Assemblies and dismissed the Benazir government, and Ghulam appointed Ghulam Mustafa Jatoi as the caretaker prime minister. Uh, on October 24, general elections were held, and Nawaz Sharif was elected as the prime minister of Pakistan. But later in November 6, Nawaz Sharif was elected as the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Uh, on Feb 22, Nawaz Sharif introduced a yellow cab taxi scheme. On March 25, Pakistan wins a cricket World Cup, defeating England by 22 runs in Melbourne, Australia. So, on April 18, 1993, President Ghulam Isa Khan again dissolved the National Assemblies, dismissed the Nawaz Sharif government. Balakh Sher Mazari was appointed as the caretaker prime minister. So, on May 26, Supreme Court restores the National Assembly and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. On October 6, general elections were held. Pakistan People's Party wins 86 seats, while PMLN secures 72 seats, and Benazir Bhutto was again elected as the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and Farooq Lagari was elected as the President of Pakistan. The elections for the national and provincial assemblies were held on October 6 and 9, 1993 respectively. Prime Minister PMLN secured 73 seats, National Assembly seats, while Pakistan People's Party gained 83 seats, and Benazir Bhutto became the Prime Minister. So in April 1996, April 25, Imran Khan launches his new political party that was named as Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. On November 5, Farooq Ahmed Lagari dissolved the National Assemblies, sacking the Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, and Malik Miraz Khalid became the caretaker Prime Minister. During this whole era, the relationship between the prime minister and president were never seemed to be pleasant, and because of this, there were the political instability in the political structure of the Pakistan, that after one and other government, and no one was like president was not even agreed to let uh, these people work freely. Nawaz's second tenure. On January 29, Supreme Court upholds President's proclamation dissolving the National Assembly and dismissing the Benazir government. February 3 nation goes to the polls and PMLN secure 135 seats. On Feb 17, Nawaz Sharif was elected as the 19th Prime Minister of Pakistan. So on May 28, Pakistan conducted the nuclear test in Chagi Hills in Balochistan. Pakistan became a nuclear power when it successfully carried out 5 nuclear tests at Chagi. This was the direct response to 5 nuclear explosion by India just 2 weeks earlier. Pakistan is widely criticized by the international community. Pakistan maintains the nuclear programs it for self-defense as deterrence against the nuclear India. तो जी 28 मई 1998 को पाकिस्तान ने डिसाइड किया कि हम जो है अपने न्यूक्लियर पावर टेस्ट परफॉर्म करेंगे. इंटरनेशनली पाकिस्तान के इस डिसीजन के लिए पाकिस्तान को बहुत क्रिटिसाइज़ किया गया क्योंकि उन्हें लगा कि पाकिस्तान जो है वो दुनिया को मतलब आप कह सकते हैं कि न्यूक्लियर पावर्स बनने के साथ साथ दुनिया में जो है वो केमिकल वेपन्स की डिमांड जो है वो ज़्यादा हो जाएगी अल्टीमेटली, और पाकिस्तान दुनिया को जो है वो उसकी तबाही की तरफ लेके जा रहा है. बट अल्टीमेटली बिकॉज द नेबरिंग कंट्री ऑफ पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, which is also the enemy country of Pakistan, like we have too much we have a lot of differences with each other. So Pakistan basically decided to do these tests. Next, so in 26 July 1999, Kargil war ends between Pakistan and India. कारगिल वार का जी क्या इंसिडेंट था कि कारगिल वार में बेसिकली पाकिस्तानी फोर्सेस ने जो है वो कुछ ऐसी चोटियों पे अटैक किया था जहाँ पे उस वक्त जो है वो इंडियन फौजी मौजूद नहीं थे. पाकिस्तान ऑलमोस्ट उन पहाड़ियों पे जो है वो कब्जा करने वाला था. कारगिल जो है वो कुछ पहाड़ियाँ हैं, ऑलमोस्ट उन पहाड़ियों पे कब्जा करने वाला था, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ द डिक्लेरेशन बाय आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर उन्होंने जो है वो पाकिस्तानी फ़ौज को हथियार डालने का हुक्म दिया, और जिसकी वजह से हमें बहुत ज़्यादा जो है वो जानी नुकसान भी उठाना पड़ा. सो जी 1 फेब 1919 को लाहौर डिक्लेरेशन होता है. अक्टूबर 12 को नवाज शरीफ जो है इज़ ऑस्टेड फ्रॉम पावर एंड प्लेस्ड अंडर द हाउस अरेस्ट. नवाज शरीफ को अरेस्ट कर लिया जाता है. आप समझ लें कि असेंबलीज़ दोबारा डिज़ोल्व करने का प्लान बना लिया जाता है, और नवाज शरीफ इज़ अंडर अरेस्ट. सो नवाज शरीफ को जो है सेंटेंस कर दिया जाता है, कहा जाता है कि जी अब उनको लाइफ इम्प्रिजमेंट हो जाएगी ऑन चार्जेस ऑफ द हाईजैकिंग एंड टेररिज्म ऑन अप्रैल 6, 1999. उनकी नवाज शरीफ पे जी ये इल्ज़ाम था कि उन्होंने जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ का जो जहाज़ है उसे हाईजैक करवाया था, और कुछ और उनके ऊपर एलिगेशंस थी जिसकी वजह से उन पे जो है लाइफ इम्प्रिजमेंट कर दिया गया. बट ऑन अक्टूबर लेकिन क्या हुआ कि ऑन अक्टूबर 12 जो है वो जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ ने अच्छा जी ऑन अक्टूबर 12 मिलिट्री जो है वो टेक ओवर कर लेती है. जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ जो है वो मार्शल लॉ इम्पोज कर देते हैं. नवाज शरीफ और उनकी फैमिली को जो है वो एग्जाइल कर दिया जाता है टुवर्ड्स सऊदी अरेबिया, और मुल्क बदर कर दिया जाता है. Now, General Pervez Musharraf has assumed office as the president on June 20th, 2001, while remaining chief of army staff. Agra summit starts on July 15. He basically introduced the new local government ordinance, which was known as the devolution plan. जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ ने बेसिकली लोकल गवर्नमेंट का एक सिस्टम इंट्रोड्यूस कराया जिसे जो है वो डेवोल्यूशन प्लान का नाम दिया गया. जो बस सबसे बड़ा और जो मेन इंसिडेंट इस इरा का है दैट इज़ 9/11 इंसिडेंट ऑफ 9/11 दैट वाज बेसिकली हैपेंड ऑन 11 सितंबर 2001. इस इंसिडेंट में जो है वो बेसिकली क्या हुआ था कि अमेरिका की एक बिल्डिंग है दैट इज़ बेसिकली नोन एज द पेंटागन। उस बिल्डिंग के पे जो है वो टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ और कुछ कुछ जहाज थे जिन्होंने आके डायरेक्टली हिट किया इस बिल्डिंग को, जिसकी वजह से अमेरिकन को बहुत ज़्यादा जानी माली नुकसान उठाना पड़ा। और इस अटैक की वजह से अमेरिका ने बेसिकली पाकिस्तान को ये चॉइसेस दी कि इधर पाकिस्तान शुड गो विद द लाइक either Pakistan should go with America, and either America will start this war by themselves in the Pakistan. September 2001, Musharraf was asked by Bush to join war on terror. Uh, purpose was to defeat the Taliban in the neighborhood of Afghanistan, and we know that these Taliban were also in the Pakistan and in the areas of Janubi Waziristan or South Waziristan, and in all the northwestern areas of Pakistan. So General Musharraf basically accepted this offer to join the war on terror by the offer which was presented by the Bush. So in 2002, General Musharraf wins in a referendum on April. The legal framework order was announced. जब भी आप गवर्नमेंट में आते हैं तो आपको एक लीगल फ्रेमवर्क ऑर्डर देना पड़ता है अपनी एग्जिस्टेंस को लीगल करने के लिए. So this legal framework order was basically given by General Pervez Musharraf to make his existence legal. General elections were held in country on October 2, 2002. Mir Zafrullah Khan Jamali was sworn as the Prime Minister of Pakistan on November 23, 2002. In 2003, Senate elections were held. Ruling party wins most of the seats in voting to the upper house. The ruling party at that time was the PMLQ. Lahore daily bus service was resumed, which was basically suspended 18 months before in July 11, 2003. So General Pervez Musharraf was survived an assassination attempt in Rawalpindi December 24, 2003. December 24, 2003 को मुशर्रफ पे एक हमला किया गया उनको मारने के लिए, लेकिन मुशर्रफ ने जो है वो उस हमले में he got survived and he saved himself from that particular incident. और 2004 के कुछ स्पेसिफिक इंसिडेंट्स क्या हैं कि जी जनरल मुशर्रफ जो है ही बेसिकली वॉन अ वोट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस इन द सेनेट, नेशनल असेंबली एंड प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज. जनरल परवेज मुशर्रफ वीट्स वाजपेयी इन Islamabad discussed the Kashmir dispute, and it is said that in this meeting the issue between like Pakistan and India, that is Kashmir, was almost to resolve, but because of some incidents the issue couldn't be resolved. Prime Minister Zafrullah Khan Jamali steps down as the Prime Minister of Pakistan in June 26, and he basically nominated Chaudhry Shujaat Hussain as his interim successor. So Shaukat Aziz became the Prime Minister on August 28, 2004. The reforms in this particular era are the economic reforms, savings and investments, human capital development, agriculture, dams, women empowerment. Uh, General Pervez Musharraf worked a lot on the economical reforms. Uh, he basically worked on the on all the developmental sector of the Pakistan. Blunders which are made by the Musharraf. General Musharraf replaced all the controlling slots of the NAB. He was involved in the murder of the Akbar Bukti. Akbar Bukti was basically a proclaiming personality of Balochistan. General Pervez Musharraf claimed that he's involved in some kind of terrorist activities, and this basically hurt the emotions of the people of the Balochistan, and Akhtar Bukti was died. Disappearances of people and conspiracies in Balochistan. ये कहा जाता है कि जी जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ ने वो तमाम लोग जो बेसिकली जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ के अगेंस्ट जाते थे, उन तमाम लोगों को जो है वो डिसअपेयर करा दिया जाता था, जिसे हम कहते हैं कि जी नामालूम अफराद बना दिया जाता था, या फिर उन सबको मिसिंग पर्सनस बना दिया जाता था। और उनमें से बहुत सारे लोगों के जो घर वाले हैं वो आज भी क्लेम करते हैं कि जी हमारे घर वाले जो हैं उनको मिसिंग पर्सन जो है वो जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ ने बनाया है, एंड वी वांटेड द गवर्नमेंट टू लुक एट दिस मैटर। इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ इन डिफरेंट रूलर्स, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ का चार्ट अगर आप देखें तो बेसिकली अगर गवर्नमेंट अब तक की गवर्नमेंट्स को देखा जाए तो द economic reform growth chart under in the Pervez Musharraf era was 5.14, and that is not a bad chart at all. उसके बाद आ जाते हैं जी 2007 में। On March 9, 2007, President Musharraf dismissed Chief Justice of Pakistan Iftikhar Mohammad Chaudhary. Lal Masjid operation were held. Operation resulted in 154 deaths. On October 18, Benazir Bhutto returned to Pakistan after exile of about 8 years. On November 3, Pervez Musharraf imposed emergency and most of the senior judges of the Supreme Court were ousted. तो जी 2007 जो है वो एक बड़ा इम्पॉर्टेंट ईयर कंसीडर किया जाता है, क्योंकि मार्च 9 को जब प्रेसिडेंट मुशर्रफ ने ये डिसाइड किया कि वो उस वक्त के जो चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान है इफ्तिखार मोहम्मद चौधरी, उनको उन्होंने डिसमस कर दिया उनकी पोजीशन से। बाद में जो है उनकी पोजीशन को री ऑक्युपाइड करने के लिए पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी ने और बहुत सारी जमातों ने जो है वो एक लॉन्ग मार्च की। पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग, पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी, इन सब जमातों ने लॉन्ग मार्च की, और इस तरह से उन लोगों ने जो चीफ जस्टिस का जो स्टेटस था पाकिस्तान में उसको वापस जो है उसको रिट्रीव कराया उस स्टेटस को। उसके बाद जी लाल मस्जिद का ऑपरेशन होता है। लाल मस्जिद के ऑपरेशन में बेसिकली गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ये क्लेम किया गया कि जी लाल मस्जिद में जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटीज़ में इन्वॉल्व हैं ये लोग। इस ऑपरेशन में जो है वो बहुत बड़ा एक स्टॉक जो है वो वेपन्स का वो भी क्लेम किया गया कि जी हमें मिला है। तो इस ऑपरेशन में बेसिकली 154 डेथ्स हुई। कुछ लोग जो है वो इस ऑपरेशन को सपोर्ट करते हैं और कुछ लोग जो है इस ऑपरेशन को बेसिकली टोटली ऑप्रेस करते हैं। उसके बाद है जी अक्टूबर 18, बेनज़ीर भुट्टो रिटर्न टू पाकिस्तान आफ्टर एग्जाइल ऑफ अबाउट 8 ईयर्स। अक्टूबर 18 को जो है वो बेनज़ीर भुट्टो वापस आती हैं, जबकि वो स्टेट एग्जाइल पे थी already for a past many years, like almost 18 years. On this November 3, Pervez Musharraf basically imposed emergency and most of the senior judges of the Supreme Court were ousted. एक दफ़ा फिर जो है वो परवेज़ मुशर्रफ एमरजेंसी लगा देते हैं और बहुत सारे सीनियर जजेस को जो है वो आउस्टेड कर देते हैं। November 16, 2007, after completing a 5-year National Assembly dissolved and caretaker government of Mohammad Mia Somro took oath. December 27, Benazir Bhutto assassinated in a blast or a bullet attack in Rawalpindi. December 27, 2007 is the date of assassination, यानी कि बेनज़ीर भुट्टो के मर्डर की डेट है जिस दिन रावलपिंडी में उन पर अटैक हुआ एंड शी वाज डाइड। उसके बाद आ जाता है जी 2008। So on January 2, the Election Commission announces the election will now be held on February 18. So on February 18, elections were held amidst the tight security. Pakistan People's Party, PMLN, PMLQ, NP wins the 124. Pakistan People's Party won the 124 seat. PMLN won the 91 seats, while PMLQ won the 54. Awami National Party basically won the 13 seats respectively. So March 24, Yusuf Raza Gilani was elected as the new Prime Minister. On August 18, Pervez Musharraf steps down as the President of Pakistan and Mohammad Mia Somro took over as the President. On September 6, Asif Zardari won the presidential elections with 481 seats and he became the president of Pakistan. So, let comes to the conclusion. After Zia, general elections were held, which allows Pakistan People's Party to make the government. This government couldn't exist for a long time as they were accused of the corruption. So the era of Nawaz Sharif came, which couldn't even stand for too long. From 1988 to 1999, no government could stand more than 3 years at all. And then the era of General Pervez Musharraf came. At last, Musharraf suspended the constitution and chose designation of chief executive of Pakistan, dissolving the government. Telecom sector made remarkable development. As we all know, during this particular era, all the telecom industries were emerged, many of the new networks were emerged, and during this era we basically became more developed nation than before. GDP was raised to the 9% our gross domestic product. The political and American support, by his politics, like the politics of Pervez Musharraf and the support by the Americans to him, basically lead him to country towards serious threats of the terrorism, and dictatorial behavior of Musharraf caused the political opposition against him. Because of all of these incidents, at the end of the day, Pervez Musharraf lost his position in the government, and ultimately, what basically happened? Ultimately, uh, the democratic era was started in the state of Pakistan, and now we are going through the democratic eras. Okay, ji, at the end, this is the end of the lecture. Thank you so much.